Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present the J. Joseph Curran Jr. Lifetime Achievement Award, an award that recognizes a lifetime of service, leadership, and an unwavering commitment to the greater good. This year, we are proud to honor Senator Ben Cardin. This award will be well-deserved award will be presented by Hank Greenberg, as well as former President Tyler Davis and Jim Campbell. Come on up, sir.
Well, thank you all. It's great to have you. AARP Maryland is proud to honor Senator Ben Cardin with this Joe Curran Lifetime Achievement Award, recognizing his extraordinary service to older Marylanders and all Marylanders and their families. It's named for Joe Curran, who was the first recipient, and this is, by the way, only the third time we're making this presentation, so just want you to know. Joe was a former state representative. He was a lieutenant governor, a longtime attorney general, which is one I worked for. And by the way, I spoke with him yesterday, and he would have liked to have joined us today, but was not able to make it. But he sends regards and congratulations to the senator. But the Curran Award celebrates individuals whose lives reflect a deep and enduring commitment to civic engagement and volunteerism. And for nearly 6 decades, beginning just nearby in the House of Delegates, Senator Cardin has been a tireless advocate for Marylanders with a special focus on the needs and rights of older adults. His legacy includes landmark contributions to healthcare access, retirement security, community development. His leadership in the passage of the Affordable Care Act and efforts to expand Medicare coverage have improved the lives of countless seniors across the state and across the nation. The Senator's bipartisan work to strengthen retirement programs, such as expanding automatic enrollment and enhancing savers credits, that helps to ensure financial stability for future generations. And beyond his advocacy for older adults, he's championed underserved communities, supporting initiatives like women's business centers, veterans outreach programs throughout the state of Maryland, and has had an impact all over the country. And on a personal note, let me just say, there are people in your life that you meet, and even if you haven't met them person to person, that's that person you would call a hero. And today, we are celebrating heroes in our own way here at AARP Maryland. And for me, Senator Cardin has been a hero that I want to emulate every single day. And he's been a role model for me, and I know for many others as well. I also want to invite our President Emeritus, both Jim Campbell, who served for 6 years as our state rep. By the way, we have term limits. That's why he was no longer there. And also Tyler Davis, who also served for 6 years due to term limits and would have. But I want to just say we are so grateful for the partnership, leadership, and unwavering dedication to the well-being of Maryland's seniors and all Marylanders. Thank you so much, Senator Cardin. And let me turn this over first to Jim Campbell.
Thank you, Hank, and I really appreciate your comments. They really mean a lot. So thank you so much. And then when I was reading the program today, and I saw that the award is called the J. Joseph Curran Award, I thought, Ben is in a good place. Ben's the right person for this. These are two of the most outstanding people in state government, and we're fortunate in Maryland to have people like Ben and Joe Curran serving us. I just want to make a couple points, and when I was putting my notes together to talk about Ben, I said, well, I'm going to be here 3 hours, but you'll be glad to know I cut it down to an hour. But I just want to make a couple of points. The state and nation, of course, have benefited mightily from your friend Ben, in both state and national government. But Ben is someone who believes in good government. You hear a lot of negatives about government these days. You can't do things, it doesn't do anything right. But Ben is a person that always believes in the good government can do for people. And that's so important to remember. Government can do good things. He's a leader, as Hank said, who can bring adversaries together to solve complex problems and build bipartisanship coalitions. He's good at that. He's excellent at that, and he's noted for that. And I'll leave it at that. We can only hope that the issues Ben has prioritized will continue to be championed. Human rights. We don't even talk about that anymore. Expanding access to health care. Protecting the environment. Solvency of Social Security. Ben has been a leader on all those issues, and I hope somebody can champion those issues when Ben's not. Well, he's not really But anyway, I wanted to tell a personal story about my first year in the House of Delegates. After winning a hard election as a newbie to politics, I thought, what am I going to do now? And I was elected. And at the time, the state had been reeling from some scandals, let's say, and people were looking for a fresh start. And I said, well, what can we do in Annapolis? And then I quickly realized that Ben, as a new speaker at the time, he started his speakership at the same time I started my delegate term. He introduced ethics legislation. And kind of wasn't heard of in government before. And he had these old school politicians who kind of resisted it. It was a huge battle for Ben. But Ben fought for him and he won. And that, to me, set the tone for his past 50 years. He's always been a leader. He hasn't been afraid to take on good fights. And he's always been fighting a good fight, good reason. Thank you for showing, by your example, thank you for showing the compassion and integrity in a time when it doesn't seem to matter that much, and for showing how one person can make a difference. Ben, we really appreciate all you can do, and your other colleague.
I'm going to say ditto, and then just give you one little story. I was elected in November 1982. And 2 weeks after being elected, then the Speaker called me to breakfast at the Village of Cross Keys. He told me I would be on Ways and Means, and that was his committee. So I never had a problem knowing what I was supposed to do. Thank you.
We've talked a lot about the function that and the contributions that the senator has made all these years. I want to add one more thing. He's always done it with integrity. Ladies and gentlemen, he's always done it with the highest level of integrity. Thank you very much, Senator.
AARP for giving me a microphone I could speak in again. I appreciate that very much. I want you to know that I agree with almost every position of AARP, but there's clearly one exception. I've served in elected office for 58 years. I do not believe in term limits. So this is really a special moment for me. First, Hank Greenberg, presenting the award. Hank started in the Maryland General Assembly from the Attorney General's office and worked with us on good governance issues, helping consumers, dealing with people who've been frauded, and made us all much better legislators. So Hank has had a lifetime of public service, which makes this award so special for me. Senator Gall, congratulations on your award. Congratulations to all the honorees. Joe Curran was a role model for all of us in the State Senate. Distinguished career in the State Senate as chair of the Judicial Proceedings Committee, Judiciary Committee. He then went on to become Lieutenant Governor and ultimately the Attorney General of our state. He was a role model for all of us. And so getting an award named after him is really a very special moment. And then two of my former colleagues that are here. You know, Tyler Davis was a champion on the Ways and Means Committee. Nobody wanted to mess around with Tyler Davis. I want you to know that. What a record he had. And we had 3-member districts, the old 42nd Legislative District, Sandy Rosenberg, Jim Campbell, and myself. And the 3 of us worked together as a team. That is not exactly how things are being done today. But Jim Campbell has had a very, very distinguished career in public service and continuing with the AARP. So it makes it a very special moment for me, the people who are presenting this award, and I thank you for that. But AARP is special to me because I believe there is no age limit to civic engagement. We need your engagement today more than ever before. So I may no longer be a United States Senator, but I'm not giving up my civic engagement on the issues that we confront today. I'm proud that Towson University is setting up a center named after my wife and myself on civic engagement and civil discourse. We need that today. We've got to talk out these issues. We've got to figure out a way to solve our problems, to bring this nation together, to listen to people with different views. AARP does that. We've got to find solutions to problems. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I agree with some papers this week when they said that our Congress is in constitutional slumber. We've got to protect our constitutional system. It's under attack today. We do that by being informed. Don't just read social media. Do your own investigation as to what the facts are. We need to be engaged. We need to be civil. We need to respect people with different views. We need to be activists. But we also have to hold hope. I know it's difficult for some of us. When we see what's going on around here, it's difficult to have hope. But in my lifetime, I've seen things happen I never thought I would see. In the 1980s, I went through Checkpoint Charlie between the divided Berlin, East and West Germany. A few years later, I returned with hammer in hand to knock down the Berlin Wall. I returned many times to unified Germany. I witnessed Barack Obama becoming president of the United States and the person of color being elected president of the United States. Have hope. A grandson of immigrants, a product of the Baltimore City Public Schools, and the United States Senator. It's personal what you can achieve in this country. So we live in the greatest country in the world that's under challenge, and we've got to work together to figure out how to get this country back on track. Never give up hope, and that's why, again, I thank AARP for being there, fighting the good fight, winning some, coming back a second time, winning later on. But you never give up hope. We're not going to give up hope in our country, and we certainly aren't going to be quiet in what we believe in. Thank you all very much.